What if the greatest stories ever told were more than just tales? What if they were blueprints for courage, resilience, and the human spirit? Picture this: a hero, armed with nothing but wit and divine favor, standing before a beast with impenetrable skin, knowing that failure means doom for an entire kingdom. This is the world of epic quests, where mythical heroes rise to face impossible challenges, and their journeys echo across cultures and centuries. From the towering mountains of Greece to the misty forests of Norse legends, these stories have shaped how we understand bravery, sacrifice, and the pursuit of greatness. Today, we're diving into 25 of the most legendary quests ever undertaken by mythical heroes. Each one is a testament to the power of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the face of insurmountable odds, heroes are made, not born. So, are you ready to embark on a journey through time where gods and monsters collide and the fate of worlds hangs in the balance? Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll not only discover the incredible feats of these legendary figures, but also uncover the timeless lessons they hold for us today. Let's begin. Now, turning to the first of Hercules' legendary labors, we find ourselves in the rugged hills of Nemea, where a monstrous lion with an impenetrable hide terrorized the land. This was no ordinary beast. Its golden fur was said to be impervious to weapons, and its strength unmatched. Hercules, tasked by King Eurystheus to complete 12 seemingly impossible labors as penance for his past misdeeds, faced this challenge head-on. Armed with his immense strength and divine favor from his father Zeus, Hercules tracked the lion to its lair. Realizing his weapons were useless, he relied on his wits and brute force, eventually strangling the beast with his bare hands. To honor his victory, he skinned the lion using its own claws, fashioning its pelt into an indestructible cloak that became one of his most iconic symbols. This labor wasn't just a test of strength. It was a declaration of Hercules' ingenuity and determination. By overcoming the Nemean Lion, Hercules set the stage for his legendary status, proving that even the most insurmountable challenges could be conquered with courage and resourcefulness. This feat also held deep cultural significance, symbolizing the triumph of order over chaos and the hero's role in protecting humanity from the forces of destruction. With this first labor complete, Hercules' journey had only just begun, but it was clear that his name would echo through the ages as a symbol of unyielding heroism. Now, turning to the next phase of Hercules' journey, we find him facing one of his most daunting challenges yet: the Lernaean Hydra. This monstrous serpent, with its multiple regenerating heads, was a creature of chaos and destruction. For every head Hercules severed, 2 more would grow in its place, making the task seem impossible. But Hercules, ever resourceful, enlisted the help of his nephew Iolaus. Together, they devised a strategy. As Hercules cut off each head, Iolaus cauterized the stumps with fire, preventing them from regrowing. This labor was not just a test of strength, but also of teamwork and ingenuity. The Hydra symbolized the relentless nature of adversity, and Hercules' victory demonstrated that even the most persistent challenges could be overcome with perseverance and clever thinking. Moving forward, Hercules' next labor took him to the forests of Sirenia, where he was tasked with capturing the Golden Hind, a sacred deer with golden antlers and bronze hooves. This creature was swift and elusive, dedicated to the goddess Artemis. Hercules pursued it for an entire year, showing remarkable patience and determination. When he finally caught it, he did so without harming the animal, respecting its sacred nature. This labor highlighted Hercules' ability to balance strength with reverence, proving that true heroism often requires both physical prowess and moral integrity. These labors, defeating the Hydra and capturing the Golden Hind, reflect deeper themes of divine favor and the hero's journey. Each task was not merely a physical challenge, but a lesson in resilience, adaptability, and respect for the divine. Through these trials, Hercules continued to solidify his legacy as a hero who could overcome any obstacle, no matter how insurmountable it seemed. His story reminds us that perseverance, coupled with divine guidance, can lead to triumph even in the face of overwhelming odds. And as we follow Hercules through his next labors, we see how each victory brings him closer to his ultimate destiny as one of mythology's greatest heroes. Now turning to the next chapter of our journey through epic quests, we encounter one of the most legendary figures in mythology, Odysseus, the cunning king of Ithaca. After the fall of Troy, Odysseus set sail for home, but his journey would become an odyssey in every sense of the word, filled with trials that tested his wit, courage, and resilience. Odysseus' first major challenge came in the form of the Cyclops Polyphemus, a one-eyed giant who trapped Odysseus and his men in his cave. Using his sharp mind, Odysseus devised a plan to blind the Cyclops and escape by hiding under the giant's sheep. But his cleverness came at a cost. He revealed his true name to Polyphemus, invoking the wrath of Poseidon, the god of the sea. This encounter highlights the theme of cunning over brute strength, as Odysseus outsmarted a far more powerful foe. Yet it also underscores the consequences of pride, a recurring theme in his journey. As the next challenge unfolds, Odysseus and his crew face the enchanting yet deadly Sirens. These creatures lured sailors to their doom with their irresistible songs. Knowing the danger, Odysseus ordered his men to plug their ears with wax and tie him to the mast of the ship, allowing him to hear the siren's song without succumbing to its allure. This moment showcases Odysseus' ability to balance curiosity with caution, a testament to his strategic mind and self-control. But the trials did not end there. Odysseus also encountered the sorceress Circe, who turned his men into swine, and navigated the treacherous strait between the sea monster Scylla and the whirlpool Charybdis. Each challenge demanded a unique combination of bravery, intelligence, and adaptability, as Odysseus fought not only against mythical creatures but also against the whims of the gods and the relentless pull of fate. Through these trials, Odysseus' journey becomes a powerful exploration of the human spirit. His resilience in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, his ability to outthink his enemies, and his unwavering determination to return home resonate deeply with the themes of perseverance and the struggle against destiny. Odysseus' Odyssey is more than just a tale of adventure. It is a timeless story of what it means to be human, to face adversity, and to strive for home against all odds. As we follow Odysseus through these trials, we see how his cunning and resilience not only save him, but also shape his legacy as one of mythology's greatest heroes. And with the next phase of his journey in sight, we prepare to delve deeper into the final challenges that await him on his path to Ithaca. With the next phase of the journey in sight, Odysseus' trials were far from over. After years of wandering and countless battles against mythical foes, he finally approached the shores of Ithaca, only to find his home in chaos. Suitors had overrun his palace, vying for the hand of his wife, Penelope, and consuming his wealth. Disguised as a beggar by the goddess Athena, Odysseus entered his own home, unrecognized by all but his loyal dog, Argos. This moment of reunion, brief as it was, underscored the depth of his longing for home and the sacrifices he had endured. Odysseus' final challenge was not just to reclaim his throne, but to prove his identity and worth. With Athena's guidance, he devised a plan to test the loyalty of his household and expose the greed of the suitors. In a dramatic display of skill and strength, Odysseus strung his legendary bow, a feat none of the suitors could accomplish, and revealed his true self. What followed was a swift and decisive confrontation as Odysseus, with the help of his son Telemachus and a few loyal servants, eliminated the suitors who had plagued his home. This final act of heroism was not just about vengeance, it was a restoration of order and justice. Odysseus' cunning, patience, and unwavering resolve were on full display as he navigated the delicate balance between mercy and retribution. His reunion with Penelope, marked by her cautious yet heartfelt recognition of him, symbolized the culmination of his journey, a return not just to his kingdom but to his identity as a husband, father, and king. Through these final trials, Odysseus' character is tested in ways that go beyond physical strength or cleverness. He demonstrates the qualities of a true leader: wisdom to discern friend from foe, restraint to bide his time, and the courage to act decisively when the moment is right. These challenges solidify his place as one of mythology's greatest heroes, a man who not only survived the whims of the gods and the perils of the sea, but also reclaimed his rightful place as the ruler of Ithaca. As we reflect on Odysseus' Odyssey, we see a story that transcends time, a tale of resilience, ingenuity, and the enduring human spirit. His journey reminds us that the path to home is often fraught with obstacles, but it is through perseverance and self-discovery that we find our way. And with this chapter of Odysseus' saga complete, we turn our attention to the next legendary quest, where another hero rises to face their own epic trials. Now turning to the next legendary quest, we find ourselves in the world of Jason and the Argonauts, a tale of ambition, unity, and the pursuit of the impossible. Jason, a young hero destined for greatness, was tasked with retrieving the Golden Fleece, a symbol of kingship and divine favor. To accomplish this, he assembled a crew of the finest heroes of his time, known as the Argonauts, named after their ship, the Argo. Among them were figures like Hercules, Orpheus, and Atalanta, each bringing their unique strengths to the journey. The voyage of the Argonauts was no ordinary expedition. It was a perilous adventure across uncharted seas, filled with challenges that tested their courage and resolve. One of the most daunting obstacles they faced was the clashing rocks, massive boulders that crashed together, crushing anything that dared to pass between them. With the guidance of the goddess Athena and the clever advice of the seer Phineus, Jason and his crew navigated this treacherous passage, showcasing not only their bravery but also their ability to work together under immense pressure. The quest for the Golden Fleece was more than a test of individual heroism. It was a testament to the power of teamwork. Each member of the Argonauts played a crucial role, whether it was Hercules' unmatched strength, Orpheus' enchanting music, or Atalanta's swiftness and skill. Together, they overcame mythical creatures, hostile lands, and the whims of the gods, proving that unity and collaboration are as vital as individual prowess. As we followed Jason and the Argonauts on their journey, we are reminded that the greatest quests are rarely undertaken alone. It is through the bonds of friendship, trust, and shared purpose that heroes achieve the extraordinary. And with their sights set on the Golden Fleece, the Argonaut story becomes a timeless example of how courage and camaraderie can conquer even the most insurmountable odds. As the next challenge unfolds, we will delve deeper into Jason's encounter with Medea and the pivotal role she played in securing the Golden Fleece, a moment that would shape the fate of both heroes and their legacy. Now turning to the next chapter of Jason's quest, we arrive at a pivotal moment in his journey, his encounter with Medea. Medea, the daughter of King Aeetes of Colchis, was no ordinary woman. She was a powerful sorceress, skilled in the arts of magic and deeply connected to the divine. When Jason and the Argonauts reached Colchis, the land where the Golden Fleece was guarded, they quickly realized that brute force alone would not be enough to claim their prize. The fleece was protected by a dragon that never slept, and the king had no intention of parting with it. It was here that Medea entered the story, and her role would prove to be both a blessing and a curse. Struck by love for Jason, some say through the intervention of the goddess Aphrodite, Medea agreed to help him. Using her knowledge of potions and enchantments, she provided Jason with the means to complete the task set by her father. First, she gave him a potion to protect him from the fire-breathing bulls he had to yoke and plow a field with. Then, she guided him on how to sow the dragon's teeth, which sprouted into armed warriors. Finally, she used her magic to lull the guardian dragon into a deep sleep, allowing Jason to seize the Golden Fleece, but Medea's assistance came at a cost. Her betrayal of her father and her homeland marked the beginning of a tragic chain of events. Fleeing Colchis with Jason, Medea left behind everything she knew, driven by love and the hope of a new life. Yet, as time passed, the moral complexities of their relationship began to surface. Jason's gratitude for her help faded, and he eventually abandoned her to marry another, seeking political advantage. This betrayal unleashed Medea's darker side, leading to a series of devastating acts that would haunt both of them forever. Medea's story is a stark reminder of the consequences of ambition and the price of betrayal. Her magic was instrumental in securing the Golden Fleece, but it also set in motion a tragedy that would overshadow Jason's triumph. Their tale forces us to confront difficult questions about loyalty, love, and the lengths to which people will go to achieve their goals. As we reflect on this chapter of Jason's quest, we are reminded that even the greatest victories can come with hidden costs. And as the Argonauts set sail once more, their journey continues with new challenges and revelations awaiting them on the horizon. Now turning to another legendary hero, we find Perseus, a figure whose name is forever linked to one of the most iconic quests in mythology, the slaying of Medusa. Medusa, one of the three Gorgon sisters, was a terrifying creature with snakes for hair and a gaze that could turn any living being to stone. Her very existence was a threat to all who crossed her path, and her defeat became a symbol of courage and ingenuity. Perseus, the son of Zeus and Danae, was tasked with this seemingly impossible mission by King Polydectes, who sought to rid himself of the young hero. But Perseus was not alone in his quest. The gods, recognizing the enormity of the challenge, granted him divine tools to aid in his mission. From Athena, he received a polished bronze shield, which would allow him to see Medusa's reflection without meeting her deadly gaze. Hermes gifted him winged sandals, enabling him to fly swiftly and evade danger. He also carried a curved sword, a gift from Hephaestus, and a magical satchel to safely carry Medusa's severed head. With these tools in hand, Perseus embarked on his perilous journey. Guided by the gods, he first sought out the Graeae, three ancient sisters who shared one eye and one tooth among them. By cleverly stealing their eye, Perseus forced them to reveal the location of the nymphs who possessed additional items he needed: a helmet of invisibility and a pouch to contain Medusa's head. Armed with these, Perseus made his way to the Gorgon's lair, a desolate and eerie place. Using Athena's mirrored shield, Perseus approached Medusa while avoiding her gaze. With precision and courage, he struck, severing her head in one swift motion. Even in death, Medusa's power remained potent, and Perseus had to carefully place her head in the satchel to avoid its petrifying effects. The defeat of Medusa was more than just a heroic feat. It was a triumph of wit over brute strength. Perseus' use of divine tools and clever strategy highlights the importance of resourcefulness in overcoming seemingly insurmountable challenges. Medusa's defeat also carries deep symbolism, representing the conquering of fear and the triumph of light over darkness. As Perseus left the Gorgon's lair, his journey was far from over. With Medusa's head in his possession, he would face new trials and adventures, each one further cementing his legacy as one of mythology's greatest heroes. And as we follow his path, we are reminded that even the most daunting obstacles can be overcome with courage, ingenuity, and a little help from the gods. Now turning to the next chapter of Perseus' journey, we find him facing a new challenge that would further solidify his place among the greatest heroes of mythology. After his triumph over Medusa, Perseus' path led him to the kingdom of Ethiopia, where a dire situation awaited. Andromeda, the daughter of King Cepheus and Queen Cassiopeia, had been chained to a rock by the sea as a sacrifice to appease a monstrous sea creature sent by Poseidon. The queen's boastful claims of her daughter's beauty had angered the sea god, and the only way to stop the creature's rampage was to offer Andromeda as a sacrifice. As Perseus flew over the coast, his sharp eyes caught sight of the young princess, bound and helpless against the crashing waves. Moved by her plight, he descended to speak with her and her parents. Learning of the curse, Perseus made a bold offer. He would slay the sea monster and save Andromeda, but only if her hand in marriage was promised to him. Desperate to save their daughter, the king and queen agreed. With Medusa's head still safely tucked in his satchel, Perseus prepared for battle. As the monstrous creature emerged from the depths, its massive jaws gaping and its scales glistening in the sunlight, Perseus took to the skies with his winged sandals. Using his cunning and agility, he dodged the beast's attacks, striking at it with his curved sword. The battle was fierce, but Perseus' divine gifts and quick thinking gave him the upper hand. Finally, with a decisive blow, he defeated the sea monster, freeing Andromeda from her grim fate. This act of heroism not only saved Andromeda, but also showcased Perseus' role as a protector and savior. His willingness to face danger for the sake of others, coupled with his resourcefulness and bravery, further cemented his legacy as a true hero. The rescue of Andromeda also marked a turning point in his journey, as it brought him love and a new purpose beyond his earlier quests. As Perseus and Andromeda prepared to begin their life together, the echoes of his deeds continued to spread, inspiring countless generations. His story reminds us that true heroism lies not just in overcoming personal challenges, but in using one's strength and wisdom to protect and uplift others. And as we follow Perseus' path, we see how his actions ripple through the tapestry of myth, leaving an indelible mark on the world of gods and mortals alike. With this chapter of his journey complete, Perseus' adventures were far from over. The next phase of his life would bring new trials and triumphs, each one adding to the legend of a hero who dared to face the impossible and emerged victorious. Now turning to another legendary hero, we find Theseus, the son of King Aegeus of Athens, embarking on a perilous quest that would test his courage and cunning. The story begins with a grim tribute demanded by King Minos of Crete. Every 9 years, Athens was forced to send 7 young men and 7 young women as sacrifices to the Minotaur, a fearsome half-man, half-bull creature that dwelled in the heart of a labyrinth beneath Minos' palace. Determined to end this cycle of terror, Theseus volunteered to be one of the sacrifices, vowing to slay the Minotaur and free his people from this cruel fate. As Theseus arrived in Crete, he caught the attention of Ariadne, the daughter of King Minos. Moved by his bravery and noble cause, she offered him her help. Ariadne provided Theseus with a ball of thread, instructing him to tie one end to the entrance of the labyrinth and unravel it as he ventured deeper. This thread would serve as his guide, allowing him to retrace his steps and escape the maze after confronting the Minotaur. Armed with his sword and Ariadne's thread, Theseus entered the labyrinth, his heart steady and his resolve unshaken. The labyrinth itself was a marvel of design, a twisting, turning maze designed by the master craftsman Daedalus. Its walls seemed to shift and change, disorienting anyone who dared to enter. But Theseus, guided by Ariadne's thread, pressed on, his senses sharp and his determination unwavering. Deep within the labyrinth, he finally encountered the Minotaur, a monstrous figure with the strength of a beast and the rage of a man. The battle was fierce, but Theseus' skill and courage prevailed. With a final, decisive strike, he slew the Minotaur, ending its reign of terror. Using the thread to find his way back, Theseus emerged victorious, leading the other Athenian youths to safety. His triumph over the Minotaur not only saved his people, but also symbolized the triumph of human ingenuity and bravery over chaos and fear. The myth of Theseus and the Minotaur has endured for centuries, serving as a powerful reminder of the importance of courage, resourcefulness, and the willingness to confront seemingly insurmountable challenges. As Theseus sailed back to Athens, his journey was far from over. His adventures would continue, each one adding to his legacy as a hero who faced the unknown with unwavering determination. And as we follow his path, we see how his story resonates across time, inspiring us to confront our own labyrinths with the same courage and resolve. Now turning to the next chapter of Theseus' life, we find him embarking on a series of adventures that further cement his legacy as one of mythology's greatest heroes. After his triumph over the Minotaur, Theseus returned to Athens, where he would face new challenges and undertake quests that showcased his strength, leadership, and unwavering sense of justice. One of his most notable feats was his battle against the Amazons, a fierce tribe of warrior women. Theseus, ever the protector of his people, led an expedition to confront the Amazons after they threatened Athens. The conflict was intense, but Theseus' strategic mind and combat prowess allowed him to emerge victorious. This victory not only secured Athens' safety, but also demonstrated his ability to defend his homeland against formidable foes. It's worth noting that this encounter also led to his marriage to the Amazon queen Antiope, adding a layer of complexity to his story as a hero who bridged worlds. Beyond his military exploits, Theseus played a pivotal role in the founding and unification of Athens. He is credited with bringing together the scattered communities of Attica under one central government, transforming Athens into a powerful and cohesive city-state. This act of political ingenuity was as heroic as any of his physical battles, showcasing his vision and leadership. Theseus' efforts to establish a fair and just society earned him the admiration of his people and solidified his reputation as a wise and benevolent ruler. Theseus' later adventures also included his involvement in the Caledonian boar hunt, a legendary event where heroes from across Greece gathered to hunt a monstrous boar sent by the goddess Artemis. His participation in this hunt further highlighted his status among the greatest heroes of his time, standing shoulder to shoulder with figures like Jason and Hercules. Each of these quests added to his mythos, painting a picture of a hero who was not only strong and brave, but also deeply committed to the well-being of his people. As we reflect on Theseus' later deeds, it becomes clear that his legacy extends far beyond the labyrinth and the Minotaur. His battles, his leadership, and his vision for Athens all contributed to his enduring reputation as a hero who embodied the ideals of courage, wisdom, and justice. Theseus' story reminds us that true heroism is not just about overcoming physical challenges, but also about striving to create a better world for those who follow. And as we move forward, we'll see how his journey continues to inspire, setting the stage for the next legendary hero in our exploration of epic quests. Now turning to the ancient Mesopotamian epic, we find Gilgamesh, the mighty king of Uruk, embarking on a profound and deeply personal quest. After the death of his beloved friend Enkidu, Gilgamesh is consumed by grief and a newfound fear of his own mortality. This fear drives him to seek the secret of eternal life, setting him on a journey that will test his strength, wisdom, and understanding of what it means to be human. Gilgamesh's quest leads him to Utnapishtim, the only mortal to have been granted immortality by the gods. Utnapishtim, often compared to the biblical figure Noah, survived a great flood and was rewarded with eternal life. Gilgamesh hopes to learn the secret of this gift, believing it will free him from the inevitability of death. Along the way, he faces numerous trials, including crossing the waters of death and confronting the guardian of the cedar forest. Each challenge forces him to confront his own limitations and the fragility of human existence. When Gilgamesh finally meets Utnapishtim, he is told a story that changes his perspective forever. Utnapishtim recounts the tale of the Great Flood and explains that his immortality was a unique gift from the gods, not something that can be replicated. He advises Gilgamesh to accept the natural cycle of life and death, emphasizing that true immortality lies in the legacy one leaves behind. This revelation marks a turning point for Gilgamesh as he begins to understand that his quest for eternal life is ultimately futile. Through his journey, Gilgamesh learns profound lessons about the human condition. he comes to realize that while death is inevitable, life gains meaning through the relationships we build, the deeds we accomplish, and the memories we leave behind. This shift in perspective transforms Gilgamesh from a man driven by fear and pride into a wiser, more compassionate ruler. His quest, though it does not grant him immortality, enriches his understanding of what it means to live a meaningful life. As we reflect on Gilgamesh's journey, we see a hero who grapples with universal questions about life, death, and purpose. His story resonates across cultures and generations, reminding us that the search for meaning is a fundamental part of the human experience. And as we move forward, we'll explore how this quest for understanding continues to shape the lives of other legendary heroes in our exploration of epic quests. Now turning to the final chapter of Gilgamesh's journey, we witness his return to Uruk, a city that now stands as a testament to his transformation. No longer the brash and prideful king who once sought immortality, Gilgamesh returns with a deeper understanding of life's fleeting nature and the importance of leaving a lasting legacy. His quest, though it did not grant him eternal life, has reshaped him into a ruler who values wisdom, compassion, and the well-being of his people. As Gilgamesh walks through the gates of Uruk, he takes in the grandeur of the city he once built with his own hands. The towering walls, the bustling streets, and the vibrant life within them now hold new meaning for him. He realizes that his true immortality lies not in defying death, but in the enduring impact of his deeds and the stories that will be told of his reign. This realization marks a profound shift in his priorities as he dedicates himself to ruling with fairness and nurturing the prosperity of his kingdom. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest surviving works of literature, captures this transformation and ensures that his story endures through the ages. It is a tale that explores the universal themes of friendship, loss, and the search for meaning, resonating with audiences across millennia. Gilgamesh's journey reminds us that while we cannot escape death, we can shape our lives in ways that leave a lasting imprint on the world. His legacy is not one of physical immortality, but of the wisdom and humanity he gained through his trials. As we reflect on Gilgamesh's return to Uruk, we see a hero who has come full circle. His quest, though born of fear and desperation, ultimately leads him to a place of acceptance and purpose. The walls of Uruk, once symbols of his power, now stand as monuments to his growth and the enduring lessons of his story. And as we move forward, we'll continue to explore how other mythical heroes like Gilgamesh confront their own challenges and leave behind legacies that inspired generations to come. Now turning to the tale of Beowulf, we find ourselves in the dark and foreboding lands of Denmark, where the mighty hero faces one of his most fearsome adversaries, the monster Grendel. This story, rooted in Anglo-Saxon tradition, is not just a tale of brute strength but a profound exploration of heroism, honor, and the struggle between good and evil. The setting is the Grand Mead Hall of Heorot, a place meant for celebration and camaraderie, now haunted by the terror of Grendel. Night after night, this monstrous creature descends upon the hall, slaughtering King Hrothgar's warriors and leaving the kingdom in despair. The stakes could not be higher, not only the survival of Heorot, but the very fabric of human courage and resilience is at risk. Enter Beowulf, a warrior of unmatched strength and unshakable honor, who arrives from Jutland to confront this menace. Beowulf's battle with Grendel is a clash of raw power and cunning. Unlike others who rely on weapons, Beowulf chooses to face the monster unarmed, relying solely on his physical prowess and indomitable spirit. This decision underscores his bravery and his commitment to fair combat, even against a foe as terrifying as Grendel. The fight is brutal and visceral, a testament to Beowulf's strength as he grapples with the creature and ultimately tears off its arm, forcing Grendel to retreat to his lair where he meets his doom. This tale holds immense cultural significance in Anglo-Saxon literature, embodying the values of loyalty, courage, and the warrior ethos. Beowulf's victory over Grendel is not just a personal triumph but a restoration of order and hope for the people of Heorot. It highlights the importance of standing against darkness, no matter how overwhelming it may seem, and the enduring power of a hero's resolve. As we reflect on Beowulf's battle with Grendel, we see a hero who embodies the ideals of his time, strength tempered by honor, and a willingness to face the unknown for the greater good. His story, like Gilgamesh's, reminds us that true heroism lies not just in physical feats, but in the courage to confront the monsters, both literal and metaphorical, that threaten our world. And as we move forward, we'll see how Beowulf's journey continues, testing his strength and character in ways that will further cement his place among the greatest heroes of myth. Now turning to the final chapter of Beowulf's legendary saga, we find the hero, now an aged king, facing his most formidable challenge yet, a ferocious dragon. This battle, unlike his earlier triumph over Grendel, is not just a test of strength but a profound meditation on mortality, duty, and the sacrifices demanded of a true leader. Years have passed since Beowulf's victory over Grendel and his mother, and he has ruled his kingdom of Geatland with wisdom and valor. But peace is shattered when a dragon, enraged by the theft of a single golden cup from its hoard, begins to unleash fiery devastation upon the land. The stakes are dire. Entire villages are reduced to ash, and the people look to their king for salvation. Despite his advanced age, Beowulf knows he must confront this threat, not only to protect his people but to uphold the legacy of a hero who has always stood against darkness. Beowulf's final battle is a poignant contrast to his earlier exploits. Where once he relied on youthful strength and unarmed combat, he now arms himself with a sword and shield, acknowledging the limits of his aging body. Accompanied by a small band of loyal warriors, he ventures into the dragon's lair, a place of fire and death. The fight is grueling, and though Beowulf manages to strike a fatal blow to the dragon, he is mortally wounded in the process. This final act of heroism is steeped in themes of sacrifice and the inevitability of death. Beowulf's decision to face the dragon alone, despite knowing the risks, underscores his unwavering commitment to his people and his role as a protector. His death, while tragic, is not a defeat but a testament to the enduring spirit of a hero who gave everything for the greater good. It also serves as a reminder that even the greatest heroes are not immortal. They too must face the end of their journey. The aftermath of Beowulf's death is equally significant. His loyal warriors, who initially faltered in fear, returned to honor their fallen king, building a grand funeral pyre and a towering barrow to commemorate his life and deeds. This act of remembrance ensures that Beowulf's legacy lives on, not just as a warrior but as a symbol of selfless leadership and the timeless struggle against chaos. As we reflect on Beowulf's final battle, we see a hero who embodies the full spectrum of human experience: youthful vigor, mature wisdom, and the acceptance of mortality. His story reminds us that true heroism is not defined by invincibility, but by the courage to face one's fate with dignity and resolve. And as we move forward, we'll explore how other mythical heroes like King Arthur and Sigurd grapple with their own destinies in the face of insurmountable odds. Now turning to the tale of Rama, one of the most revered heroes in Hindu mythology, we find a story that intertwines love, duty, and divine purpose. Rama's quest to rescue his wife, Sita, from the clutches of the demon king Ravana is not just a tale of personal struggle but a profound exploration of righteousness, loyalty, and the power of unwavering devotion. The story begins with Sita's abduction by Ravana, the 10-headed ruler of Lanka, who lures her away from the safety of Rama's protection. This act sets the stage for an epic journey that will test Rama's resolve, courage, and commitment to Dharma, the moral order of the universe. Determined to bring Sita back, Rama forms an alliance with Hanuman, the mighty monkey god, and an army of loyal allies, including his brother Lakshmana and the Vanara warriors. Hanuman, with his extraordinary strength and devotion, becomes a pivotal figure in Rama's quest. His leap across the ocean to Lanka, his discovery of Sita's whereabouts, and his fearless confrontation with Ravana's forces are legendary feats that highlight the importance of loyalty and teamwork. Together, Rama and his allies face countless challenges, from navigating treacherous terrains to battling Ravana's formidable army. The battles fought in the Ramayana are not merely physical confrontations but symbolic struggles between good and evil, light and darkness. Rama's unwavering adherence to Dharma, even in the face of immense personal loss and hardship, serves as a guiding principle throughout the epic. His compassion, humility, and sense of duty inspire not only his allies but also generations of readers and listeners who see in him the ideal of a just and virtuous leader. As Rama's journey unfolds, the themes of duty and devotion take center stage. His love for Sita drives him forward, but it is his commitment to righteousness that defines his actions. Even when faced with the temptation of power or the pain of separation, Rama remains steadfast, embodying the ideals of a true hero. This quest, filled with trials and triumphs, culminates in a climactic battle between Rama and Ravana. Armed with divine weapons and guided by the blessings of the gods, Rama defeats the demon king, rescues Sita, and restores balance to the world. Yet, the story does not end with their reunion. Rama's return to Ayodhya and his eventual coronation as king mark the beginning of a new era, one defined by justice, prosperity, and the enduring legacy of a hero who upheld Dharma at every step. As we reflect on Rama's quest, we see a hero whose actions are driven not by personal glory, but by a deep sense of duty and devotion. His story reminds us that true heroism lies in the choices we make and the principles we uphold, even when the path is fraught with challenges. And as we move forward, we'll explore how other mythical heroes like King Arthur and Sigurd navigate their own destinies in the face of insurmountable odds. Now turning to the triumphant return of Rama to Ayodhya, we witness the culmination of his epic quest and the fulfillment of his destiny as a just and virtuous ruler. After the defeat of Ravana and the rescue of Sita, Rama's journey home is marked by celebration and reverence as the people of Ayodhya eagerly await the return of their beloved prince. The return to Ayodhya is not just a physical journey but a symbolic restoration of order and harmony. Rama's victory over Ravana represents the triumph of Dharma over Adharma, righteousness over chaos. As he approaches the city, the streets are adorned with flowers, and the air is filled with the sounds of joyous music and chants. The people, who have endured years of uncertainty and hardship under the rule of the usurper Bharata, now rejoice at the prospect of Rama's rightful ascension to the throne. Upon his arrival, Rama is greeted with immense love and respect. His brother Bharata, who had ruled Ayodhya in Rama's absence with humility and devotion, willingly steps aside, offering the throne to its rightful heir. This act of selflessness underscores the deep bond between the brothers and the values of loyalty and duty that define their relationship. Rama's coronation is a moment of profound significance, not only for Ayodhya but for the entire world of Hindu mythology. As he is crowned king, the heavens themselves seem to rejoice, with gods and celestial beings showering blessings upon him. Rama's reign is heralded as a golden age, a time of peace, prosperity, and justice. His commitment to Dharma, demonstrated throughout his quest, now becomes the guiding principle of his rule. As king, Rama embodies the ideals of a perfect ruler, compassionate yet firm, wise yet humble, and always devoted to the welfare of his people. His reign is marked by fairness and integrity, as he ensures that every decision is made in accordance with Dharma. The story of Rama's return and coronation serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of righteousness, leadership, and the enduring impact of a hero who lives by his principles. This chapter of Rama's life cements his status not just as a hero but as an ideal king, a figure whose legacy continues to inspire millions. His story teaches us that true greatness lies in the ability to uphold one's values, even in the face of immense challenges, and to lead with compassion and wisdom. As we move forward, we'll explore how other mythical heroes like King Arthur and Sigurd navigate their own paths to greatness, each leaving behind a legacy that transcends time and culture. Now turning to the tale of Sigurd and the dragon Fafnir, we enter the world of Norse mythology, where fate and heroism intertwine in a story of courage and tragedy. Sigurd, a legendary hero of the Volsunga saga, embarks on a perilous quest to slay the fearsome dragon Fafnir, a creature born of greed and cursed by the gods. This quest is not just a test of strength but a profound exploration of destiny, as Sigurd's actions are guided by the threads of fate woven by the Norns, the Norse goddesses of destiny. Fafnir, once a dwarf, was transformed into a dragon after he murdered his father to claim a cursed treasure hoard. This treasure, which included the legendary ring Anvaranot, brought with it a terrible curse, turning Fafnir into a monstrous guardian of his ill-gotten wealth. Sigurd, raised by the blacksmith Regin, is tasked with slaying the dragon to reclaim the treasure. Armed with the sword Gram forged from the shards of his father's broken blade, Sigurd sets out to confront the beast. The battle with Fafnir is a defining moment in Sigurd's journey. Using his wits and courage, Sigurd digs a pit along the dragon's path and waits for Fafnir to pass overhead. As the dragon approaches, Sigurd thrusts his sword into its heart, delivering a fatal blow. This act of bravery not only demonstrates Sigurd's skill as a warrior, but also his willingness to face the unknown as he takes on a creature of immense power and malice. However, the victory over Fafnir comes with a heavy price. The cursed treasure, now in Sigurd's possession, brings with it a series of tragic events that shape his destiny. The gold, tainted by the curse, becomes a source of conflict and betrayal, leading to Sigurd's eventual downfall. This aspect of the story highlights the Norse belief in the inescapable nature of fate and the idea that even the greatest heroes are bound by the whims of the gods. Sigurd's quest is a powerful reflection of Norse values, emphasizing bravery, honor, and the inevitability of fate. His story resonates as a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed and the consequences of defying the natural order. As we move forward, we'll explore how Sigurd's legacy continues to influence Norse mythology and how his tragic destiny serves as a reminder of the complexities of heroism and the human condition. Now turning to the aftermath of Sigurd's victory, we delve into the dark consequences of the cursed treasure he claimed from Fafnir. The gold, once a symbol of wealth and power, becomes a harbinger of doom, unraveling the threads of Sigurd's life in ways he could never have foreseen. The curse of Anvaranot, the ring within the hoard, begins to weave its malevolent influence, turning allies into enemies and trust into betrayal. Sigurd's possession of the treasure draws the attention of those who seek its power, including Regin, the blacksmith who raised him. Consumed by greed, Regin plots to kill Sigurd and claim the gold for himself. However, Sigurd, ever vigilant, uncovers the plot and slays Regin, adding another layer of tragedy to his story. This act, while necessary for his survival, further isolates him as he becomes entangled in a web of mistrust and violence. The curse does not stop there. Sigurd's life takes another tragic turn when he meets Brynhild, a Valkyrie cursed by Odin to live as a mortal. Their love story, though passionate, is doomed from the start. Misunderstandings and manipulations by those around them lead to a series of events that culminate in Sigurd's betrayal and death at the hands of those he once trusted. The cursed treasure, now a symbol of his downfall, continues to bring ruin to those who possess it, reinforcing the Norse belief in the inescapable nature of fate. This tale reflects the core values of Norse mythology, where heroism is often intertwined with tragedy. Sigurd's story underscores the idea that even the greatest heroes are not immune to the whims of the gods or the consequences of their actions. The curse of the treasure serves as a powerful metaphor for the dangers of greed and the futility of trying to escape one's destiny. It also highlights the Norse emphasis on honor, loyalty, and the acceptance of one's fate, no matter how harsh it may be. As we reflect on Sigurd's journey, we see how his story resonates as a timeless reminder of the complexities of human nature and the enduring power of myth. His legacy, marked by both triumph and tragedy, continues to captivate audiences, offering profound insights into the values and beliefs of the Norse world. With the next phase of the journey in sight, we turn to another hero whose quest echoes these themes of fate, courage, and the human condition. Now turning to the legendary tale of King Arthur and his knights, we embark on one of the most iconic quests in mythology, the search for the Holy Grail. This sacred chalice, said to possess divine powers, becomes the ultimate symbol of spiritual enlightenment and divine grace. For King Arthur and his knights, the quest is not just a physical journey but a profound test of their faith, virtue, and moral resolve. The Holy Grail represents more than a mere object. It embodies the ideals of purity, redemption, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. As Arthur's knights set out to find it, they are confronted with challenges that test their courage, humility, and devotion. Each knight must face their own inner demons and moral dilemmas, revealing the true nature of their character. For some, the quest becomes a path to spiritual awakening, while for others, it exposes their flaws and weaknesses. Sir Galahad, often depicted as the purest of the knights, emerges as the one destined to achieve the Grail. His unwavering faith and moral integrity set him apart, allowing him to overcome the trials that others cannot. In contrast, knights like Sir Lancelot, despite their bravery, are hindered by their personal failings, particularly Lancelot's forbidden love for Queen Guinevere. These struggles highlight the central theme of the quest. The pursuit of divine grace requires not only physical strength but also spiritual purity and moral fortitude. The quest for the Holy Grail also serves as a metaphor for the human desire to transcend earthly limitations and connect with the divine. It reflects the medieval belief in the possibility of redemption and the transformative power of faith. The knight's journey through treacherous lands and mystical encounters mirrors the inner journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. As we explore this epic quest, we see how it encapsulates the ideals of chivalry, honor, and the eternal quest for meaning. The Holy Grail, though elusive, remains a powerful symbol of hope and divine favor, inspiring generations to seek higher truths and strive for moral excellence. With the next phase of the journey in sight, we prepare to delve into the tragic aftermath of this quest and its impact on the legendary kingdom of Camelot. Now turning to the tragic aftermath of the Grail quest, we witness the unraveling of Camelot, a kingdom once synonymous with unity and chivalry. The quest for the Holy Grail, though a spiritual triumph for some, sows the seeds of discord among Arthur's knights. Sir Lancelot, once the greatest of Arthur's warriors, becomes a central figure in the kingdom's downfall. His forbidden love for Queen Guinevere, long hidden, is exposed, shattering the trust between him and King Arthur. This betrayal fractures the Round Table, the very symbol of Arthur's vision of equality and brotherhood. As tensions rise, Mordred, Arthur's illegitimate son, seizes the opportunity to exploit the growing rift. Fueled by ambition and resentment, he challenges Arthur's authority, plunging the kingdom into civil war. The once glorious Camelot becomes a battlefield, its ideals of honor and unity crumbling under the weight of betrayal and ambition. The final confrontation between Arthur and Mordred at the Battle of Camlan marks the tragic end of an era. Both father and son fall in combat, their deaths symbolizing the collapse of the Arthurian dream. The fall of Camelot is not just the end of a kingdom but the end of a mythic age. The ideals of chivalry, loyalty, and divine purpose that once defined Arthur's reign are overshadowed by human frailty and the inevitability of change. Yet, even in its downfall, Camelot leaves a lasting legacy. The story of Arthur and his knights continues to inspire, reminding us of the fragile balance between greatness and imperfection, and the enduring power of hope and redemption. As the sun rises on the next chapter, we prepare to explore another legendary quest, one that takes us deep into the underworld in search of love and redemption. Now turning to the tale of Orpheus and his descent into the underworld, we encounter one of mythology's most poignant stories of love and loss. Orpheus, a gifted musician whose melodies could charm even the gods, embarks on a desperate quest to bring back his beloved Eurydice after her untimely death. Armed with nothing but his lyre and his unwavering devotion, he ventures into the realm of the dead, a place where no mortal dares to tread. The underworld, a shadowy and foreboding domain, is ruled by Hades and Persephone, who are moved by Orpheus' haunting music and heartfelt pleas. They agree to release Eurydice on one condition: Orpheus must lead her back to the world of the living without looking back at her until they have both reached the surface. This seemingly simple task becomes a test of faith, trust, and the limits of human willpower. As Orpheus begins the ascent, doubt creeps into his mind. The silence behind him grows unbearable, and he begins to question whether Eurydice is truly following. In a moment of weakness, he turns to look at her, only to watch in horror as she is pulled back into the depths of the underworld, lost to him forever. This tragic misstep underscores the fragility of human resolve and the devastating consequences of doubt. Orpheus' quest is not just a story of failure, but a profound exploration of love's power and the pain of separation. His journey into the underworld highlights the lengths to which love can drive us, even in the face of insurmountable odds. Yet, it also serves as a reminder of the boundaries set by fate and the inevitability of loss. As the echoes of Orpheus' sorrowful melodies fade, we prepare to delve into the enduring legacy of his quest and its impact on art, music, and the human spirit. Now turning to the legacy of Orpheus, we find that his quest has left an indelible mark on art, music, and literature across the ages. The story of his descent into the underworld and his tragic loss of Eurydice has resonated deeply with creators and audiences alike, becoming a timeless symbol of love, devotion, and the pain of separation. In the realm of music, Orpheus' tale has inspired countless compositions, from operas to symphonies. His legendary ability to charm even the gods with his lyre has made him a muse for musicians seeking to capture the power of emotion through sound. Works like Gluck's opera Orphe ed Eurydice and Monteverdi's L'Orfeo bring his story to life, blending melody and myth to evoke the depth of his sorrow and the beauty of his love. Literature, too, has been profoundly shaped by Orpheus' journey. Poets and writers have drawn on his story to explore themes of loss, longing, and the human condition. From the ancient Roman poet Ovid to modern authors like Rainer Maria Rilke, Orpheus' myth has been reinterpreted and reimagined, each time offering new insights into the complexities of love and grief. In visual art, Orpheus' tale has been depicted in paintings, sculptures, and mosaics, often capturing the poignant moment of his fatal glance back at Eurydice. These artworks serve as powerful reminders of the fragility of human resolve and the enduring power of love, even in the face of inevitable loss. The enduring appeal of Orpheus' quest lies in its universal themes. It speaks to the human experience of love and loss, the struggle against fate, and the bittersweet nature of memory. His story reminds us that even in our darkest moments, the power of art and emotion can transcend time, offering solace and connection across generations. As we reflect on Orpheus' legacy, we see how his myth continues to inspire and move us, a testament to the timeless nature of storytelling and the enduring power of the human spirit. With this in mind, we prepare to explore the next chapter in our journey through the epic quests of mythical heroes. Now turning to the legendary quest of Jason and the Argonauts, we revisit their daring journey to retrieve the Golden Fleece. This epic adventure was not just the story of one hero, but a testament to the power of teamwork, unity, and strong leadership. Jason, though the central figure, relied heavily on the collective strength and skills of his crew, the Argonauts, to overcome the many challenges that lay ahead. The Argonauts were a diverse group of heroes, each bringing unique abilities to the table. From the mighty Hercules to the swift-footed Atalanta, their combined talents made them a formidable force. Yet their journey was far from easy. One of their first major challenges was navigating the clashing rocks, also known as the Symplegades. These massive rocks would crash together, crushing any ship that dared to pass. It was only through the clever guidance of Phineus, a seer, and the quick thinking of the crew that they managed to sail through unscathed. This moment highlighted the importance of strategy and trust in their collective abilities. Another significant trial came in the form of the Harpies, winged creatures sent to torment Phineus. The Argonauts, led by the winged sons of Boreas, Zetes and Calais, chased the Harpies away, demonstrating their willingness to protect one another and face danger head-on. These acts of bravery and solidarity reinforced the idea that no single hero could have achieved such feats alone. Perhaps the most defining moment of their journey was their arrival in Colchis, where the Golden Fleece was guarded by a fearsome dragon. Here, Jason's leadership was put to the test. With the help of Medea, the daughter of King Aeates, Jason was able to complete the seemingly impossible task set before him, including yoking fire-breathing bulls and sowing dragons' teeth. Medea's assistance, though driven by her own motives, underscored the importance of alliances and the role of cunning in achieving great goals. The Argonauts' quest for the Golden Fleece is a powerful reminder of what can be accomplished when individuals come together under a shared purpose. Their journey reflects the values of unity, trust, and leadership, showing that even the most daunting challenges can be overcome through collaboration and determination. As we move forward, we'll explore the aftermath of their quest and how their experiences shaped their lives and the broader cultural impact of their story. Now turning to the aftermath of the Argonauts' quest, we see how their journey left an indelible mark on each of their lives and on the world of mythology. The return of Jason and his crew with the Golden Fleece was celebrated as a monumental achievement, but the story didn't end there. For many of the Argonauts, the trials they faced during the quest continued to shape their destinies in profound ways. Jason, though triumphant, found that his victory came at a cost. His reliance on Medea's magic and her subsequent betrayal, as well as the curse that followed the Golden Fleece, cast a shadow over his later years. His story serves as a cautionary tale about the complexities of ambition and the unintended consequences of one's actions. Meanwhile, Medea's own path took a darker turn as her actions in Colchis and beyond led to tragedy, further highlighting the moral ambiguities woven into their tale. Other Argonauts, like Hercules, went on to undertake their own legendary labors, building on the strength and wisdom gained during their time with the crew. Atalanta, known for her unmatched speed and independence, continued to defy societal expectations, becoming a symbol of female empowerment in ancient myths. The sons of Boreas, Zetes and Calais, who had chased away the Harpies, were celebrated for their bravery, their story inspiring countless tales of heroism and perseverance. The cultural impact of the Argonauts' quest cannot be overstated. Their journey became a cornerstone of Greek mythology, symbolizing the ideals of teamwork, courage, and the pursuit of greatness. The tale of the Golden Fleece has been retold in countless forms, from ancient poetry to modern adaptations, each iteration adding new layers of meaning and relevance. The Argonaut story reminds us that even the most extraordinary achievements are often the result of collective effort, and that the bonds forged in the face of adversity can leave a lasting legacy. As we reflect on the fates of the Argonauts, we see how their quest transcended the boundaries of myth, becoming a timeless narrative about the human spirit's capacity for resilience and unity. Their story continues to inspire, reminding us that the greatest adventures are those shared with others. With this chapter of their journey now behind us, we turn to the next epic quest where new heroes and new challenges await. Now turning to the conclusion of our journey through these 25 epic quests, we find ourselves reflecting on the timeless themes that unite these legendary tales. From Hercules' labors to Odysseus' Odyssey, from Gilgamesh's search for immortality to Beowulf's battles against monstrous foes, each story is a testament to the enduring power of bravery, sacrifice, and the indomitable human spirit. These quests, though rooted in ancient myths, continue to resonate with us today because they speak to universal truths about the challenges we face and the strength we find within ourselves to overcome them. What makes these stories so compelling is not just the grandeur of the adventures or the feats of the heroes, but the deeper lessons they impart. They remind us that greatness often comes at a cost, that perseverance in the face of adversity can lead to triumph, and that the bonds we forge with others are often our greatest source of strength. Whether it's the loyalty of the Argonauts, the cunning of Odysseus, or the selflessness of Rama, these myths teach us about the values that define humanity across cultures and generations. As we close this chapter, we invite you to reflect on these stories and the heroes who inspire us. Which of these quests resonates most with you? Is it the relentless determination of Hercules, the tragic devotion of Orpheus, or the unyielding courage of Beowulf? Let us know in the comments below and share your favorite mythical quests with fellow viewers. If you've enjoyed this journey through the world of ancient myths, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an epic tale. There are countless more stories waiting to be explored, and we can't wait to dive into them with you. Until next time, may your own quests be filled with courage, wisdom, and the spirit of adventure.